Hey everyone, Erick Stakelbeck here. Today on the newscast, an exciting new archaeological discovery in Jerusalem from the time of Jesus. Get all the details coming up. Hey folks, Erick Stakelbeck here. Welcome to the Watchman Newscast. One of the most exciting parts of my job as host of the Watchman TV show is getting the opportunity to get on the ground in Israel and surrounding countries where the Bible happened, to actually walk where Jesus, the prophets, the kings of Israel all walked, and to see the Bible come to life before my very eyes. If you're like me, you love biblical history and archaeology. There is nothing like it. That's why I was so excited to hear news out of Israel last week that a team of Israeli archaeologists working for the Israel Antiquities Authority have uncovered a 2,000-year-old underground cave complex adjacent to the Western Wall in Jerusalem. 2,000 years old. That means it's from the time of the first temple and, yes, the time of Jesus. Now, Israeli archaeologists aren't quite sure just yet what this underground structure was used for. What they did find under there was a courtyard and 2 rooms connected by a stone staircase. Again, this is adjacent to the Western Wall, about 120 feet from the Temple Mount. They also found signs of some oil lamps down there, some cooking utensils, and signs that maybe some of the Jewish purity rituals took place in this underground cave complex. It's a bit of a mystery, folks. Again, they don't know quite what it was used for yet, but they are digging as we speak. This excavation is ongoing, and it's going to be very exciting to hear more clues as to what this ancient 2,000-year-old subterranean cave complex right next to the Temple Mount was used for. So we will keep you posted here on the Watchman Newscast when we get more details about this amazing archaeological find. Folks, anytime there's an archaeological discovery in Israel, in particular in Jerusalem, in particular in the shadow of the Temple Mount, that is big news and exciting stuff. I've been privileged, again, in my duties as host of the Watchman TV show, which you can check out on TBN every Friday, on Fox Business every Sunday night. I've been privileged to be with archaeologists from the Israel Antiquities Authority to actually hold some of these ancient artifacts in my hand. Folks, wow, what an experience. And we wanted to show you one this week because, again, we have this great discovery in Jerusalem a few days ago. And really, it's been a pattern here we've been talking about on the newscast. The more the weeks go by, the more there are groundbreaking archaeological discoveries announced by the Israel Antiquities Authority. For such a time as this, I believe God is revealing the truth of the Bible to the world, and He's doing that through archaeology in places like the city of David in Jerusalem. Folks, when you combine the truth of the Bible with irrefutable scientific archaeological evidence, you have an unbeatable combination. That's exactly what we are seeing in Israel today, again, for such a time as this. Now, several months ago, before the whole quarantine started and the limits on international travel due to COVID-19, we were in Israel yet again. I'm there every few months filming for the Watchman TV show, and we were privileged to visit the Givati parking lot excavation at the city of David in Jerusalem. And at this excavation, we were able to join an archaeologist from the Israel Antiquities Authority for a very rare look at a groundbreaking discovery from the time of King Josiah 2,600 years ago. Take a look. Yiftach, it's time for the big reveal. As if this stamp, this seal wasn't amazing enough, we have something even more spectacular to show you folks. Yiftach, lead the way.
Let's go.
To the next room in this ancient First Temple period structure at the Givati Archaeological dig, an active dig here at the city of David in Jerusalem.
On our way there, take a look at these massive stones at the entrance to the room. These ashlars, stones that were chiseled in order to have a square shape, is another indication for the high rank of the person who lived here.
Yeah, Yiftach, nicely done, this work, first of all. The masonry work, I guess you would say. Right. And again, very well preserved. These look like pillars.
It is. These are piers, not exactly pillars, but these are piers who carry the roof of the second floor that we talked about before, who collapsed down during the fire.
And again, folks, we see the debris here. We see the rubble. 2,600 years ago, right here.
Yeah, this is a snapshot for the day of the destruction.
That horrible Babylonian destruction under King Nebuchadnezzar. Well, shall we go inside the room? A very important room, as you said.
Okay, Eric, now we are in the most important room of the structure that we dug. First, you can see here remains of the destruction.
Yeah, the black. I mean, Yiftach, I see black everywhere on these walls. The charring from the burning from the Babylonians.
Exactly. These are remains of the beams that carried the floor of the second floor. Wow. Just crashed together.
Crashed right down.
Yeah, and with them pottery vessels that were used at the second floor falling down.
Wow, so that's a pottery vessel right there, 2,600 years old.
Exactly.
And just so folks know, we are underground. We're deep underground here at the QAEDA dig. Mm-hmm. This once was surface level, but it's been buried over thousands of years.
Exactly. Now, one of the most incredible finds that we got here in this room, right on the floor, is a bulla. A bulla is a stamp seal. You remember the seal we saw before?
Yeah.
So this is the result of a seal this way. It's basically a piece of clay that was used to seal a document. You can still see at the back side the remains of the papyrus that was here and the
not paper, but the papyrus in that day that it was sealed onto.
Exactly.
The ancient parchment.
Mm-hmm. And why is it so important? Because of the name that is written here.
Yeah, you can see the ancient Hebrew writing there.
Exactly. Now, you can see the writing. This is how we found it. It was this clear when we found it in the excavation. It was not coming from sifting or anything. It was just found here in the dirt.
In this very room.
Exactly.
And again, we're talking about the walls. This is very well preserved. You can see the writing clearly, Yiftach.
It is. It's very unique. When it was found, and you can imagine the yelling that came.
Of course.
We heard it from above, and we came down here, and it took us a few minutes, but we were able to read most of the letters right here on the spot.
Wow.
And the inscription says, Le Netan Melech, Eved HaMelech, to Netan Melech, or actually belonging to Netan Melech, the servant of the king.
Wow. Now, tell us who he was.
Okay, so first by his title, the servant of the king, you can understand that this is an official. This is a person of high rank, someone who had worked in the king court.
Yeah, so a high-ranking government official at that.
Servant of the king is a title not of a servant, but an official of the king.
In the king's court, in his cabinet, I guess you would say.
All right, exactly. Now, Netan Melech is a very rare name. It was never found in any of the documents outside of the Bible, and in the Bible it's only mentioned once in the book of Kings 2. And now we're talking about the days of Josiah, the
King Josiah, the great reformer, yeah.
Exactly. During his reform, according to the text, he also burnt the chariots of the sun that were in the Temple Mount. We don't know exactly what it means, but it's probably part of the Assyrian cult to the sun, some kind of a chariot that used to go from east to west in the morning, depicting the movement of the sun.
This was pagan worship, or idol worship on the Temple Mount, of all places.
Exactly.
And Josiah said, no more.
Mm-hmm. So he, according to the text, he burned down the chariot and he gave the horses to his servant, Netan Melech, to take the horses to his house outside of the city somewhere. The name is rare. It's mentioned here and mentioned in the book. The epigraphy, the shape of the letters, dates the inscription to late 7th, early 6th century, the days of Josiah.
And may I hold this, by the way?
Of course.
Thank you, my friend. And please continue as I just admire this incredible archaeological find, 2,600 years old. 2 Kings, Netan Melech, the court of King Josiah. Please continue, Yiftach, as I admire this.
So I'm saying the dating is the same. It was found in a structure from the days of this king. So I can't say for 100% that our Netan Melech and Netan Melech from the Bible are the same person, but it is likely they are.
Yeah, very, very likely. You know, I thought I had a cool job. You might have the coolest job ever, uncovering finds like this.
I think, and this is a unique job. It gives you an opportunity to touch things from the past.
Iftak, we have to let you go to do some more digging and to make some more incredible discoveries here at the City of David. But before you go, can I hold this one more time? Just one more.
Sure.
Thank you, my friend. Folks, not many people in the world are getting a chance to hold this incredible archaeological find from 2,600 years ago. Natan Melech from 2 Kings. To say I'm thrilled is an understatement. Wow. A Watchman exclusive here at the Givati Dig at the City of David, our favorite place in Jerusalem. What an experience. Folks, again, that clip was from our Watchman television show. You can catch it every Friday on TBN, Sunday on the Fox Business Network. If you love the newscast, right here on YouTube, you will love our 30-minute weekly television program. So check it out. And while you're at it, be sure to subscribe to the Watchman News channel right here on YouTube and click that notification button so you get alerts every time a new video is posted. We've got the newscast on Tuesday and Thursday. We've got clips from the TV show being posted, all right here on YouTube. So click that subscribe button. Folks, it's so exciting to see how God is moving today in the land of Israel, revealing himself through archaeology. Jesus said, the stones would cry out, and that's exactly what's happening today in real time in Israel. You know, we live in perilous times, obviously, but we also live in exciting times. We live in Bible times. And right here on the Watchman Newscast and on the Watchman TV show, we will continue to give you a front row seat to all of it. Thanks for joining us today on the Newscast. Be sure to check in right here on Thursday. Until then, God bless you, and remember, never hold your peace.